We're going to discuss a different type of factoring. We're going to be discussing simple factoring. And simple doesn't necessarily mean easy here. Simple just means that it's not complex. So simple factoring is just not the complex factoring. Complex factoring will be a different type of factoring. We'll have a warm-up. So we're going to expand these guys. X plus 3, x plus 5, x minus 2, x minus 7. Now, I'm not going to show it work for these, so if you want to work it out yourself, definitely pause the video and try to do that. So this is going to be x squared plus 8x plus 15. That's going to be x squared minus 9x plus 14. And this is going to be x squared plus 4x minus 12. So as a reminder, going from, that's a new pen, going in this direction is what we're going to call, what we call expanding. But what we're going to be trying to do today is we're going to be trying to go in this direction, and that's factoring. So we're going to start there and try to get back to that point over there. So we're going to look for a pattern. And what we notice looking at this, if we look at these two numbers, 3 and 5 add up to 8. Minus 2 and minus 7 add up to minus 9. Plus 6 and minus 2 adds up to 4. So it seems like we add up to this middle number over here, the one with the x. And then 3 times 5 is 15. Minus 2 times minus 7 is plus 14. And 6 times minus 2 is minus 12. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that to go backwards. So for example, let's say we had x squared plus 8x plus 15, and we want to factor that. Now, we know the answer is this, but let's pretend we didn't know that. So we're going to look for two numbers that multiply to 15 and that add up to 8. So let's think about which numbers, it's always easier to think of the multiply first. Which numbers multiply to 15? So the numbers that multiply to 15 are, we have 1 and 15. We also have minus 1 and minus 15. 3 and 5. Minus 3 and minus 5. I think that's it. So those are the only things that multiply, the only nice numbers that multiply to 15. There's obviously lots of other things, right? 15 over 7 times 7 multiplies to 15, but we're not going to do stuff like that. For simple factoring, we're only going to be looking at the integers, so the nice whole numbers. Now, it's going to multiply to 15, and we want it to add up to 8, though. So what do these guys add up to? 1 plus 15 adds up to 16, negative 16, 8, and negative 8. Which means that these are the numbers that work. So, if these are the numbers that work, then we know that this is going to be equal to, when we factor this, it's going to be equal to x plus 3 and x plus 5. Which was the answer. We already knew that, but now we've actually found it in a different way. So we're going to do a couple of those now. So x squared plus 9x plus 20. It needs to add up to this, and it has to multiply to this. So I'm going to see which numbers multiply to 20. And it's going to be 1 and 20, negative 1 and negative 20, 2 and 10, negative 2, negative 10. 3, does 3 go? Let's say we're not sure. We could go 20 divided by 3. Nope, that doesn't go. 4, yep. 4 and negative 5. And the next number after 4 would be 5, but we already have 5, so we're done. So we have to see, we need to know which one adds up to 9. So this one adds up to 21, negative 21, 12, negative 12, 9, negative 9. And the winner is going to be this one over here. So it's going to be equal to x plus 4 times x plus 5. I'm going to leave out the net negative numbers for now. We're going to come back to them in a second. So again, we want things that add up to this and multiply to this. So it's going to be 24. So we have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, 5 and that doesn't work, 6. We're done. So these guys add up to 25, 14, 11, and 10. So that's the one that works. And this is going to be equal to x plus 3, x plus 8. There we go.